Yay!
Welcome to our game show.
Welcome. All right.
Our first player? No, I'm joking. Okay, guys. Hi, how are you?
All right. Well, welcome to the season finale.
Season finale.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah, it says season finale at Composer's Room.
Yep.
You know what that means? That means we're just going to be out and about in town.
Take this show on the road.
We're going to...
Like we used to. Take it back old school.
Yeah, we're going to do exactly what we did before. Even down to the 2 weeks.
Down to the scheduling.
Yeah, down to the
scheduling. Yeah.
Down to where we will record. No, but I think we have more. I mean, listen, we had these plans on where we're going for a while. So it's now we get to execute them.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that. So thank you to Composer's Room.
Yep.
We appreciate you. It was a fun 8 weeks.
It was.
And we love our sign.
Love our sign. This is what we got out of it. We got rebranding.
We got rebranding, and that never hurts anybody.
Nope.
And that's what we love. But our next episode, so this one came out November 4th, and our next one will be November 18th.
Yep.
So we're taking
a little break.
We're just taking a week off. That's all we're doing.
Really, a week. Yeah.
We deserve it, guys.
But you never know where you'll find us on that first episode.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about it, too.
We're going to get there. But I got to say, there's someone special in the audience.
Oh, my God.
It's
Kelly Vohnn is here! Oh, my God!
Okay,
oh, my God. We'll film it later. Hi. Oh, my God.
Hey.
So, Kelly, we just saw you last week at Sarah Hester Ross's show.
Wasn't she fabulous?
Oh,
we
my
love
God.
Sarah
Love
Hester
Sarah.
Ross.
Amazing.
Every
time. Absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Wins it.
Yeah. We saw you we saw each other at Notoriety, and you told me this was your season finale.
Yes.
So I had to come. I had lunch here at the Composer's Room and waited for you guys to come, and you came, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, no,
I got here at like 1:30, like a little over, after like 1:40, and I was like, is Kelly here?
I know, we pulled up, I was like, oh my God, Jessica's here. And then I think you were like, I'm here, and I was like, oh my God, Kelly Vohnn is here.
I'm here. Yep. I had meetings just in the area, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to have lunch over there.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're open for lunch now. So
yeah, at noon.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. All right, so what is going on in Kelly Vohn's world?
Yeah.
So many things. I've been on the road a lot.
Oh.
Just got back from California, and I'm headed to Texas.
Ooh.
And so it's just doing a lot. I mean, I have a couple shows coming up. One is December 1st, my Christmas show at the Copa Room at the Bootlegger.
Ooh. I like the Bootlegger. I've only been once, but it's a nice place.
You haven't been once?
I've only been once.
Wow.
I think I've only
Years
been once
ago.
too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's like old Vegas is, old Vegas is there. And the Copa Room is beautiful. It's in the back. Mm-hmm. And the room is gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm going to have my Christmas show there with special guests.
Special guests!
Yeah, so excited. Yeah.
How long does it take to put a show together like that? Like your Christmas show? I feel like it's easier with the songs.
Well, it's easier because I have a Christmas album. Everything from the album is going to be at the show, but we're having a few different little surprises. So that's the Christmas show is pretty easy. Other shows kind of take a while to create and recreate and have a theme and have it come full circle and everything. So those take a little bit more work. Those usually take about 2 or 3 months. Sometimes my last show Evolve took like 6 months to write.
I believe it.
Yeah. So
Wow, I'm excited.
Oh man, Christmas shows.
I know,
Christmas.
Right? Christmas is coming.
You know, I am so excited because Christmas falls on Tuesday, Wednesday this year.
That means Jessica's home.
Jessica can spend Christmas with her family this year.
Yay!
It's funny because Nathan might be
Callie,
working this year.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm so excited. This is the first year in like years. I don't remember the last time I spent Christmas with Callie, so I'm so excited.
No, it really has been since before COVID for sure.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. But so you have your Christmas show and you're traveling a lot. What are you doing for the traveling shows?
A lot of different things. I'm doing Dolly and Reba mainly, and then doing some Barbara, doing all these different things on the road. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Coming
Is
up,
it
yeah.
just your own show, or are you like a part of like a group of other?
Both.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's just my show. Sometimes I'm a part. Just it can be. The more flexible you are, the more work you'll get.
Ain't that the truth?
The more I feel like the more people you can become, the more doors are opened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the more people
yeah.
you can impersonate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do my hair this way. If I just do it just like a little bit, I'm Britney Spears, guys.
You are Britney Spears. I'm a genie in a bottle, babe. No,
that is
that's
Christina.
Listen, but that's a good point of just changing your hair real quick, and then you become Christina.
Yep.
Yes.
Throw in some black and red hair extensions, and that's boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited that you came, Kelly.
Yes, thank you so
This is
much.
awesome.
Coming.
Let's talk about this sweater weather.
I know.
Oh.
Sweater weather. I'm surprised you're not in a sweater because it was like 90 degrees or something like that a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And now it's like in the 60s, and so it was like bam.
It was really warm outside yesterday, and then when I left work, I had my Jimmy Kimmel jacket, and I was like, oh my god, walking to my car, oh my god, and then this morning I got up and I had this really cute black shorts on, like my Florida Man shirt, and I was on my way out. That I walk outside, I'm on my porch, and out loud I go, holy shit, it's cold. I ran back in and changed my whole outfit, and then I sat there going, and then I stood in my closet and I was like, which cardigan do I wear? And then
Now
these
that
are,
she has 9,000
now that I have all of the cardigans except for the Red Taylor's version cardigan, but I have all the cardigans. I spent so much money on Taylor Swift Eras Tour crew necks, hundreds of dollars over the course, during the show and over the course of all this. And I was like, I just want to be able to wear these because they're just going to sit in my closet. And I guess I just wasn't ready for it today.
I know. They used to complain.
I didn't wear my cardigan. No, it's probably because we wanted to show off our Florida Man shirt.
Florida
We should do, on the count of 3, we should do her theme.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
ready?
ready? Yep.
1, 2, 3. It's
Florida Man Friday, you can't make this shit up.
I love that. We had so much fun.
Oh,
at the
man.
show. We got to sit next to Kelly.
Yeah,
we got to
so
be in
fun.
the front. We got to go on stage, which we're gonna get into.
Oh man!
But,
You know what? It was so funny because so Callie and I are sitting at the bar in a separate room because we got there early, and I mean I thought it said doors opened at 6:30, so I wanted to get there early. I didn't because I thought, again, Sarah is legend. She has her own special on Amazon Prime. I'm expecting a sold out show. And so I'm I want to get a good spot. And so we walk in, and there's the main room has the bar open. And then, so we're there, and then here comes Enoch.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Here comes Enoch Augustus Scott from Zombie Burlesque. And we're like, oh,
In his
shit.
zombie
And,
full
garb.
zombie.
and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be on stage somewhere? But and then, so we're talking to them, and all of a sudden, Kelly Vohnn walks in, and listen, I joke about this all the time. I tell it's a main theme with me, but I fangirl over all of our friends. I mean, Callie and I both, every time you walk in the room, we're like,
Oh yeah.
oh shit, Kelly Vohnn is here. We know something's legit when Kelly walks in.
Love you guys.
This is another I've made it moment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just so funny because we got to sit at the bar. We also got to listen, I learned a lot about a lot of people. I learned a couple of lures that night.
There was a couple
I
that
didn't even know that was a lure.
There was some that I forgot to warn you about ahead of time.
Yeah,
But I didn't think that these two people would be in the same. I'm not expecting these two people to be in the same room, and so
They sure were.
they ended up. And,
Kind of funny.
it was
I was
hilarious.
like, hi, I'm Callie. All innocent.
And Jessica's like, time.
Yeah.
Time.
Literally at the bar. Callie brings some. We're talking to. Callie brings someone else. She's in conversation, and she's like, "Oh, so and so is also here," and I'm and to her and with these just And I'm like over here going, shh, don't do it, don't do it. Like literally like.
And then the best part was we went to we're leaving, right? And we have Sam with us. And we get out of the elevator and the next elevator dings and it was that person.
And then he comes, but it was so funny. But he walks up and he's like, "Hey guys, I love you so much." We're like, "Love you too," because we love everybody. Like we don't, we love everyone. We're friends with everyone.
Yeah.
We're cool. But it was so funny.
It's funny that we ran into like the certain person and then we're with the other person of said lore and we're just like, all right.
Yeah.
So, but what was really funny though is like, okay, so before all of that, like we're sitting at the bar, and I guess like the manager walks over to me and Callie, and he goes, "Do you guys mind sitting up front?" And we were like, "No."
Mind.
We'll go right up there.
I wrote my name on the seat already.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Of course. Yes, I want to be front row to Sarah Hester Ross. Are you joking?
That's why we got here at 6:30.
Yeah, that's why. Legit. Dude.
I love it.
I mean,
you girls, I love you guys, and I appreciate what you do for Vegas, and I just want to say that to you guys. And I know it's just going to be a matter of any minute now. You guys are going to blow up like everywhere, crazy.
Fingers crossed.
Billboards next.
Yeah. Well, those are expensive.
Well, I wouldn't pay for that.
Actually, Callie and I have like some plans that we were discussing.
Good.
Yeah, we are little things.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. I know it is, because you guys are always out there, always supporting. And me as an entertainer in Las Vegas truly appreciate you guys so much. So
Getting verklempt.
Somebody might come out now.
Thanks for cool.
No, we love you so much. You always support us, and like it's so easy to support you though. So
we still talk about Evolve. We still talk about it.
You guys are on my website with the when you had a whole segment about talking about my show.
Oh, about how Callie went to the bathroom when you were still singing?
Honestly, I mean, we just have so much fun with you, and like the shows are amazing. So we always appreciate it when you come and support us, and then obviously we always support you. So it's like,
thank you.
Anything you need. But
yeah.
Thank you for so much for coming on the show.
We'll definitely like you'll have to come and sit with us wherever like we like pop in.
Oh yeah, one of our
because it's like.
We'll have to go to Kelly's show and then do a pop-up.
Oh, what if we did that?
Yeah.
Like a pre-show, like
greet be backstage.
Yeah, like a pre-show. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
We're ingenious.
Yes,
I love
Let's
it.
do it.
It's the Kelly aura. It's the Kelly aura. I'm telling you.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh man.
All right, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much
for having me, guys.
Congratulations. Thank you.
We don't get feedback.
Right.
Oh, that was so great. I'm so glad she was able to come, and then also we got to talk about what we saw together. Oh, it's such a rad event. Now football.
My favorite part of the show, the football segment. We've added a whole football segment to the show because the drama of football of the NFL. College was okay this weekend, but the NFL.
Oh yeah, they had the drama this week.
The NFL definitely witnessed a miracle. Like full on miracle happened between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, someone's really mad. When I saw the clip, I was like, I don't know nothing about football, but I know that's bad.
Okay.
For the other team.
So, I'm pretty sure the Chicago Bears coach is straight up getting fired. Because check this out. So, towards the end, there was like 9 seconds left, and the Commanders had the ball. And
what was do we know what the score was at the time?
It was 15-12, and the Bears were in the lead.
Oh, okay.
So, so they make it like 15 yards, and like by this time there's 3 seconds left after they make it down. Like there's 3 seconds left, The Bears coach is like, nobody thinks anything's happening. Like, the game's over.
Yeah, they're far enough away
Game's
where it's
over.
like, there's no way this is.
They are like 70 yards. They're at this point they're like 60 yards from the goal line, and they snap the ball with 3 seconds left, and everyone's downfield, and there's like one person trying to guard Jaden Daniels, but they're blocked by his blockers.
Okay.
Right? So Jaden has the ball for a full 15 seconds. Like the clock has run out. The clock is at 0.
And he's just like,
and that gave him time to like take a step into it and launch it all the way down the field.
and boy does he.
And who's in the end zone but Noah Brown? And the ball is tipped and he catches it. Now this is what really happened. Like Tyreek Stevenson from the Bears, he's the cornerback. And he was like in the corner of the field, like of the end zone, talking shit.
Was he really?
To the Commander fans. Because this was a Commander's home game, and he's just like, this game's over, you guys suck, blah, 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 or whatever he's saying, right? Ball's in play.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And so he suddenly looks over and goes, oh shit. And then he like runs over, and instead of spiking the ball down,
He tries to catch it?
He tipped it up, which made it easier for Noah Brown, who's like in the end zone.
Yeah, because it was like
and yeah, he just went, whoop. Game over.
game over.
Game over.
And people
Oh
peed
my
themselves.
God. It was the
probably would
greatest
too.
moment. Oh my, and so, I mean, the energy in their stadium was just like everybody like lost their minds. It was a full-on miracle. I bet you anything Jaden Daniels wins an ESPY for this.
Oh, really?
Like it was,
I will
they
say, it
literally
was pretty
called it
impressive.
a miracle.
Yeah, that was
Like,
impressive.
And what's really amazing, and it feels so good to me, is because Jaden Daniels is the Heisman winner from LSU.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So you're like, of course he's great.
He came from my team. It's fine.
That's why he's so
You're
amazing.
fucking welcome. I mean, when he's so sweet about it, like every time like he does something cool and they interview him after, he's like, I just want to thank my mom for spending all this time and money on me and going in like football and all that. Like he always thanks his mom and
Lots
he
of money.
always thanks God. So like, so this was like no different. After that was caught, he was still shocked. He's like, that really happened? Like,
I know, right? He's like, wow.
And then
I just did that to do it.
Yeah,
Just to know what
I
happened.
closed my eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't aiming at anybody.
So afterwards, they were interviewing him, and they were like, "Jaden, how do you feel about that?" And he's like,
I don't know.
I just want to thank God. Like God and all his glory, like helped me throw that ball. And I was like, but he's never like, oh, it's because he doesn't, do the thing that I do where I'm like, oh, it's because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
He was literally like, no, like, thank God, like this and this. And he's very like spiritual like that. And I really appreciate that about him.
Yeah.
So other players that not so much. Anthony Richardson. Like I'm learning all these different players' names now.
I know, right? Because you got to like talk about him a lot.
Well, that and because I'm like, what are they doing?
Right? You're like, who is this guy?
I have never in my life seen a quarterback just tap out.
I think it was funny because were they losing? Were the Colts losing? I think they were.
They were losing, and it was third. They were
By a lot.
and it was third and goal. Like
I guess that's why
it was third and goal. Like they were at the goal line.
You know what it makes me feel
Third
like?
and goal.
I remember there was this kid in my high school class, and like he went through all 3.5 years of high school, and 2 months before graduation, that he was like gonna graduate, he decided to leave high school. I was like, you did all the work.
Third and
What
goal.
is happening?
Third and goal. And instead, like, what he did was, because he, like, the play before, he'd, like, scrambled and, like, made a play. And I guess that tired him out.
Yeah.
And so he looked at his coach and tapped his helmet, and they put Joe Flacco in. But I was like,
I don't feel good today.
how are you supposed? How is anybody supposed to follow your lead at that point? Like,
I mean, that's what he was hoping they wouldn't do.
Oh my god!
He's like, "I'll go home."
And then what's really funny is the fact that he told the media, like, he was like, "I ain't gonna lie, I was tired." And then he did. He straight up told, and
I just think it's funny because it's like such a. I was like, he was just like, I'm done today.
yeah, what? Listen, if I were like mid shift, and like at my job, if I were mid shift, and I'd be like, "Sorry, Tira, I'm just tired. I'll see you later." You know what that is? You know what that's called? That's called a walkout. You are terminated. You are leaving your job.
But you know, like I was kind of telling you too. I was like, how many people do we actually know that like get away with that? And I know a lot of people that way
It's
too
different
much.
than like a no call, no show. It's like you're there and you just walk off your job.
Yeah.
Like you cannot do that. And then like everyone's laughing. Like everyone was like,
Well,
like all the
though.
commentators are like, why? First of all, if you're in front of the media, just tell them that you hurt your shoulder or something. Like that's
my thing
legit.
is,
Like
how
let
about
the
you
medical
go,
staff
like,
do their thing.
How
Like,
about you go like, I've had a head cold all week. I'm not at my 100%. Coach and I talked about it. I really try to give you my all. But you know what? At the end of the day, my body was screaming at me, and I could physically not do it anymore.
no.
And so
But instead, he was like, I just got tired.
Listen,
Oh.
that sounds more like he was just like, I'm tired of this fucking team.
Dude,
This whole team pisses me
I mean,
off.
well, Deshaun Watson did that, and then Jameis Winston.
So they can do it in the NFL. So it sounds
Deshaun Watson did do that. Yeah, Deshaun Watson did
It's
that.
just part of their contract.
Deshaun Watson did that, and then the following week he broke his Achilles tendon, and then this past weekend, Jameis Winston made his first start since 2022, and what happened? They beat the Ravens, who are a Super Bowl contending team.
Well,
So what does that tell you?
Listen.
Home run. Speaking of home run, but the Dodgers are up 2-0. We'll get into that in a second.
that's fine.
The Lions are just crushing it.
Are they really?
Dude,
you kind of talked about it last week.
the Lions are they are straight up, I am going to guess that it's going to be the Lions and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year.
Really? You think the
it
Chiefs
is the? Oh yeah, they're undefeated. They are 7-0. They are
guess I get to a
going
point.
to the Super Bowl.
I just get to a point where it's like, haven't you been in the
Nope, they got to make their
Super Bowl
three-peat.
three?
But the Lions, it was so crazy because the Lions got to a point, and they've had this happen before, where they're just like, we're up by this so much, we're just having fun. But they had all these like punt returns, like when the other team like kicks the ball to them when it's their, when they get possession.
Yeah.
They made a punt return. They came back. They ran all the way down the field, and then they were like all the way to like the goal line. Like they were all the way to like the 10-yard line kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. And then later in the game, they scored on a punt return, but they ran so much, like all the way that it got to a point where this was their final, like this was like the end of the game when they were like scoring their like 52nd point or whatever. But
Goddamn.
they ran all the way down the field, and you literally saw the Tennessee Titans give up. Like they literally stopped running. They stopped running.
See, this is my energy. I'd be like, you got it.
That's what happened, and that is what happened on that field. That is what happened. It was insane.
Was the score like really crazy too?
It was 52-14 after that.
Oh.
That was the end of the that was.
Yeah,
but the score
I
it was just the interceptions that the Titans threw, all these mistakes, and we were all like I was at VIX, and I was like, this is not even real life. Is this real life?
I wonder why they were messing up so bad.
I don't know.
That makes me like want to believe in the script. It was like, oh guys, we got to throw
the NFL script.
Yeah, like
Oh man, and then like the Chiefs played the Raiders, and they played the Raiders here in Vegas.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think so.
Oh yeah. The
It was-
whole stand was red. To see of red.
When they sing the national anthem at Knights games, when they sing the gave proof through the night.
Oh yeah.
Everybody screams night.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the song, when they say "Home of the Brave," the Chiefs fans yelled Chiefs.
Oh.
And so the whole stadium like screamed Chiefs. You would think it was a Chiefs home game.
That's crazy.
And
Well, I got a lot of thoughts about that one too.
So Travis Kelce finally scored a touchdown.
Oh,
Right?
has he not?
Not all season. Not all season. Travis Kelce has not
He's like,
scored.
you know what? I'm going to let
Travis
these other
Kelce has
guys
not
do
scored a
it.
touchdown all season. Patrick Mahomes has not thrown a touchdown pass all season.
They're trying to let their buddies have
Yes,
a turn.
but I also yes, and
popular.
actually, it's kind of somebody said that it shows now that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce aren't carrying the team anymore. The team is being a team,
Yeah.
and that way, like
Yeah.
nobody always expects them to throw the ball to Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And so what I thought was really funny though is Taylor Swift was in New Orleans that whole weekend, but on night 1 and night 2, when she was singing Midnight Rain, she said, he only thinks of me, and he never thinks of me except when I'm on TV. And so she did, the first night she did this. Like,
Okay. That's
and
cute.
that's where that edit came from,
Oh, okay.
where like to the ball, and then Travis caught it for the touchdown. And then she
I'm sorry. That is like when people do cutesy stuff like that. I'm like,
she's never beating those sorcery allegations, right? So then he also got caught the ball for a first down, and he did his first down dance or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so Taylor did that on night 2. So it's like she like manifested everything that was going on, and we're
That's
like,
funny.
oh. But yeah, so the Chiefs ended up winning that game because there was no way they were going to lose. But they were it was the Raiders, held them. It was close in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then, at the end they just
Well,
do what the Raiders do.
one TikTok that you sent me was about how this one guy was like, I'm a Raiders fan, but like there's no tailgating, there's no
Tailgating is $400. You have to pay $400 to tailgate in the Allegiant parking lot.
Yeah.
What?
No. Well, and also I feel like Vegas has really never done sports properly. I feel like we've always like, we're going to get the really shitty team and we're going to do this and we're going to do this. But like, also, like you said, it's $400. No one's
going to do that.
Especially when you can walk to Mandalay Bay and just hang out there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hate to be that way. And the drinks it's going to be cheaper. Just do
Yeah.
it that way. And then
Yeah.
you'll just hobble your way to Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but I don't know. It was just I was like, oh, but you know what? Also, like, when there comes a point too, like, is there? I mean, I guess hardcore Raider fans, because I feel like we don't have that issue with the hockey team.
No, because the hockey
is so
team,
different.
the hockey team
It's
is different
T-Mobile.
because the hockey team is different because the hockey team is born and bred in Vegas.
That is true.
If
is true.
if our football team
Yes,
also it's hockey.
Exactly. The Canadian loves hockey.
Who would have thought?
Weird.
Oh, God. But no, I mean, like, if we had a football team that was born and bred in Vegas, I could get behind that. I mean, I wouldn't be a full fan. I wouldn't be a full fan.
Yeah.
At this point, I have a roster, right? My top team is the Bengals.
Yeah.
Right? But then I also follow the Chiefs. But then I love Jaden Daniels because I watched him play for LSU. So
Okay.
I root for the Commanders, right?
Okay.
But also, like, I'm really enjoying the Lions' journey to the Super Bowl because they missed it by 1 game last year.
That's right. Okay.
So so if they make
be
it
fun
this
to
year,
see.
it's just fun to like watch their
Go on.
journey. So whenever they're playing, I'm like, yeah. Yes. So, but what's been cool? I never thought I would say this because I'm not big on baseball. Like I used to go to Braves games all the time when I lived in Atlanta. But the Dodgers and the Yankees in the World Series right now,
That's kind of crazy.
it's insane.
I mean, it's a civil war.
First of all, it really
It's
is.
a civil war. So.
But here's the thing: is like
Oh no, I'm thinking the Mets and the Yankees. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
a
it's like
sports ball.
East Coast, West Coast.
I'm not a sports ball
But it's still
person.
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, that is.
So it's like gangster.
You're right.
But like,
it's a whole new level of
so it's like gangster. But okay, so here's the thing: is like, I feel like, I have to root for the Dodgers, and not because I never thought I would root for an LA team because, but Freddie Freeman, who belonged to me first with the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
He was mine first.
Uh-huh.
And he was crushing them home runs in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
He became a free agent. He ended up in LA.
Okay.
So now I'm like,
Well,
oh,
the
okay.
Dodgers.
Then the very first game, the Dodgers were down. It was like 4-3, I think.
Uh-huh.
And Freddie Freeman was up, and he hit for a grand slam, and they won the game.
I bet my dad was losing his mind.
Oh man! And then yesterday, oh shit, the
Dodgers day just came on over
first
here too.
up at bat.
It's over there. I'm like, oh, there it is. Okay.
Freddie Freeman first up at bat hit a home run.
Jesus.
Like it's what he does. And so they won 4-2 yesterday. So the Dodgers are up 2-0 in the World Series.
That's
So
pretty good. I mean, hell.
we had Monday Night Football on, and it was so funny because I almost got outvoted on the TVs. I was like, no, it's Monday Night Football. And Brendan was like, no, it's the World Series. So fine. So I had the World Series on like a big TV and the Monday Night Football on the small TV. And it was like,
I get it.
Monday Night Football was like the Steelers and the Giants, and nobody cared. Like, we were all watching baseball. Like, it was
good
insane.
move. Good move.
I mean, I was even watching baseball. Like, the Yankees didn't get any runs in until the last inning. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The sports ball is getting kind of crazy. It's getting kind of crazy. Also, what's crazy? So we're gonna go into our celebrity gossip variety.
Yes.
So yes, Halsey released a new album. It is called The Great Impersonator, and it is sad. It is so sad. Like, oh my God, it's so sad. So I've talked about it before, but so she had a son about 6 months before I did, and her last album she wrote while she was pregnant. So while I'm listening to it, I'm pregnant. So it was very like surreal in that way. And so between the last album and this album, she breaks up with her baby daddy. She is now a single mom. She also had really bad postpartum, which can last up to like 2 years, which is like crazy. And then on top of it, she finds out she has leukemia. Well, she has a T-cell deficiency that mimics leukemia, but she had to do chemotherapy for it. And then she wasn't sure if she can write any more music, and she didn't know if she had to get a new record label. Her record dropped her also in this time. Like,
what?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you drop Halsey?
Well, I have a feeling it was because her last album didn't sell the way her other 3 did.
Oh.
But a lot of it is because she's not really doing the pop thing anymore. She's more going back to her alternative.
Oh.
And so when you want pop hits like Sabrina Carpenter, but that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she's honestly, this album will not be like a huge pop sensation. It is a alternative album. Like, this album will do great on the alternative radios. This album will do great in the alternative world. This is not like a poppy album. But what she did was, so the album's called The Great Impersonator because she feels like she's just kind of like masked everything. But with that, each song title is based off of an actual person or band. So some of the people she mimicked were Dolly Parton, Cher, Britney Spears, David Bowie, and then also mimicked her first album, Badlands, herself. So she had a couple of those. And each day, so there's 18 tracks on the song and on the CD. And each day she would release the picture mimicking the other person. So like when it was David Bowie, she dressed up like David Bowie.
She was spot on with Britney, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like I
Actually,
was like,
Amy Lee was like even worse.
Oh, Amy Lee I didn't recognize. I was like, she did Amy Lee too, yeah.
I literally sat there and had to go,
wait, which one is that? Yeah, Amy Lee was spot on. Like, I'm not gonna like that one. And like physically, the Cher one was spot on, but not so much in the face, but like just like physically, it was pretty good. She really dived into like that character that she was portraying. And so that was a lot of fun to kind of watch. And also it gave like little clips of like what each song was gonna be like. But she was kind of smart about it because she didn't do it in order either. So like, I mean, she told us the track numbers in order, but yeah, so she did that. Definitely made me cry a lot. A lot of like the same, I would say like the main themes are like becoming a single mom, loving your kids, going through illnesses and like having to go through that, but also going through daddy issues and just like kind of comprehending those. So that was pretty cool. And like I said, it's more of an alternative album. Favorite Okay, I'll say, before I say my favorite songs, my honorable shout outs would be Lonely as a Muse. That's the one that's based off of Evanescence. And
I still like
Yeah.
the Lucky one.
yeah, see, I'm not a fan of the Lucky One.
Oh.
I think it's like one of her least favorite ones on the album, but only because I feel like
That's my favorite Britney song.
it's fitting for her. I don't think the song is bad, but like Halsey's song, like I love Britney's song. Like Lucky's one of my favorite.
That's
Britney
my
songs.
favorite Britney song, but because Lucky foreshadowed her whole life, and it was like she was trying to tell it, like she was screaming at us, and we just were like, just
Let's
sing
just dance
along.
to it. Oh my God, it's such a great song. But like, yeah, so that's why Lucky's not my super favorite, but I think,
I don't think it fit her right. I mean, it did, but it didn't.
well, that's what it doesn't fit the pop album that she had. I mean, the alternative album that she meant. But yeah, so Lonely as a Muse. Ego is another one that's a single. That one's a lot of fun, and that's an Avril Lavigne song. Like that is, it's not based with Avril Lavigne, but like to me, Avril Lavigne would buy that song and sing it.
Yeah.
Like it's a very whatever. And then also The Great Impersonator. So there's The Great Impersonator is based off Bjork, and she does these like little vocal things in them that's stuck in my head on repeat. Like the you know, all day long. Nicholas can probably say, I'm just like like all around the house. But yeah, so I will say top 3 songs though. There's a song called Dog Ears. It's very grunge, very 90s grunge, very angry. But I like the quote because it's all dogs go to heaven, but what about a bitch?
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, that's a good line. That's a good line. And then she has a song called Panic Attack. That's her newest release. And that is Stevie Nicks, like 1,000% Stevie Nicks, like completely. Sounds like Stevie Nicks. Visually, she dresses up like Stevie Nicks in her black and like off-white dress, you know, when she performed it on Vivo. And that one is just, I think that one's just like stuck in my head. It's like, is it love or a panic attack? I don't know either, Halsey. You tell me. I don't know. You're the one writing it. And then I would say the best song and the song that makes me cry every single time is called I Believe in Magic. And it is a song about her son. And like the first line is like, my son is almost 3. And then my favorite line is also the fruit I bear is sweet. And I'm like, I just look at my Vegas baby and I'm like, oh, my fruit I bear is sweet. He's so, and especially because he is almost 3, you know, and it's like such a thing. But what I really love about the song is like, it goes into her now seeing her parents' point of view of like raising children. And that's definitely something when you have kids, you realize, oh, I'm the mom. Oh, this is how my mom was thinking. Oh, and you know, when I say my son is growing up too fast, my mom said the same thing and now I'm 30 with a kid. Like I can't imagine blinking and being like, my baby's grown up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just such a sweet song and like it just really touches home. So I think that's why I love it so much. But yeah, that one's my favorite. She said she's going to be, because Halsey is so sick, I don't know how she's going to tour. Because that's why Selena Gomez doesn't.
yeah.
You know? And so she said she's
It's
going to try
crazy
to do a
because Selena
tour.
Gomez doesn't tour, and we're all okay with it. Like we love her
Because we know it's gonna make her
because we
sick.
know. Yeah, like
like
I would
it's too
rather
much.
like I wouldn't want to lose her too soon because of it. You know,
Well,
like
even
let's
Miley
not
Cyrus is like, I just don't enjoy it, so I'm not going to do it. But I'll make sure I'll give you some like online
Banger
content.
hits,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll give you hits and I'll give you online content. And I think that's like the avenue Halsey's going down. She said she's going to have a tour in the summertime. But like you're going to
think it'll be
start
a very
touring
small
in the
tour.
summertime. We're
Yeah.
not touring for another 8 months.
yeah.
It's a long time. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. And when she made the announcement on stage, because she's done like these really small shows with only like 100 people, you can tell she was nervous announcing it, which makes me think she's not confident that she'll be able to be there.
Yeah.
But all her fans would rather her be healthy.
Yeah.
She can do a Vivo thing and just do her one show, and I will watch it 10 times. Don't you worry.
Or on a grainy TikTok live stream. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, truly.
Do you know what we
like-
all do right now? Like we just
Like-
watch TikTok. We just watch the Eras tour on a grainy live stream.
Yeah,
like, that is
mean,
what we do.
It's just one of those things. So I mean, I think because we're in this like really cool age where a lot of superstars don't need to tour, like like Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, they don't need to tour. It's okay. I think it'll be good. So
I'm glad I got
we'll
to see Miley Cyrus on tour.
I know, really. I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people saw someone cool too that we would love to see. It was a surprise set.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so this weekend, the Eras Tour was in New Orleans. And New Orleans, the city of New Orleans really showed up for her. I mean, we're talking cleaned up the streets, heavy police presence. I mean, like, if I didn't know any better, like, the tourists, like the Swifties that went down there, like, to them, it was just normal. To the locals, like, the amount of videos that I saw of all the locals going, huh.
Oh, you guys can't clean this
is
up.
possible? You
Wow.
guys, this is a thing. You guys do, okay, so why can't you do this for us on the regular?
You know what? I wonder if Taylor is making sure she's giving, like, hey.
No, well, Taylor
like,
gives money. She gives
extra
money.
to
No, Taylor donates to she donates to the food shelters.
I know, but I'm saying a part of her, not donation,
No.
but like, hey, this is the level
No.
of what I want outside, so I need you guys to do it. How much money does it cost?
No, I don't think she did that. I think that they knew that 180,000 people were
They
coming.
have Mardi Gras there. They're used
I
to
know,
tourism.
I know, but
So
there
why
was,
would they clean it up for Taylor?
I don't know, but they did.
I mean, that's
They
what's kind of
did.
funny. I would be pissed too. I'd be like, wow, guys, we're not like we're a
Taylor
touristy
made
town.
a whole speech about how she kept adding dates to the tour because she wrote one line in a song and we all did it. Like, she wrote one line. She wrote, make the friendship bracelets, and then we did, and then we made it a movement. And now there's a giant friendship bracelet on the side of the Caesars Superdome,
That's
and the
funny.
whole city is just involved. And
That's true.
But yeah, so all the locals are like, she did stimulate our economy. In
Yeah.
fact, there were a lot of businesses struggling, and
Oh, good.
And so the Swifties, like, going to New Orleans, like, helped,
yeah.
big time, helped the economy. And some of them were staying through Halloween.
I was about to say,
And
help with the Halloween.
a lot of people too had said that that everyone was super nice, like all the hospitality workers, all the bartenders and servers, like they were all making videos. They
Yeah.
were like, they gave us friendship bracelets, they tipped us really well, they
Yeah.
were super sweet, everybody was great, and like now I feel like I kind of want to be a Swiftie because of
that's funny.
this whole thing. Like now I guess I'm part of this cult now, and like. But it was, and then it was so funny because I saw a video of a Monday night, like already, like armed robbery, like. Oh
yeah, they're like
she hasn't even been gone 24 hours. And
well, I wonder too if because there's so many people, did crime really go down, or did they just not get caught?
Maybe, I don't know.
You know,
but
like there's so many people that it's hard to keep track of everybody. So it's like the pickpocketer got away with it this time.
So-
and like all the crazy stuff. But they had a nice surprise.
They had a really nice surprise. So like, first of all, everybody kept thinking like Reputation, Taylor's version, was coming out this week, and so I was like adamant about watching that live stream. And so I kept checking it. And so like Friday she did Our Song and Call It What You Want, which is debut and Reputation. So we're like, oh shit, she's gonna release those two albums at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think she's gonna do it on her birthday. I think she's gonna wait till after the tour is over. I'm done clowning this, guys.
Yeah, we're kind of
and
running
then
out of time too.
I'm really done. Like I thought for sure it was happening on my night in London. I had no evidence to back that up.
She has
but
albums left?
She has 2 albums left. But if she releases them both at the same time, like one goes number 1 on the country charts and the other goes number 1 on the pop charts, and she could simultaneously. So I don't know. We'll see. But that was really cool. And then like night 2, nobody thought. I mean, there are songs that she still hasn't sang yet on tour. And so we're all like waiting for these songs. Nobody thought that singing someone else's song was an option.
Well, because it hasn't been.
Because it hasn't been.
Yeah.
So Taylor comes out in a new dress, and in an OG dress, like a dress that she wore, like, because she got all new dresses during
Was it the
Miami.
dress she wore with Sabrina when Sabrina was there?
Yeah, it was the yellow, orange, yellow.
Was it the
we call
same
it
outfit
we call
that-
it we call it kumquat orange, kumquat chaotic orange.
Yeah, but was that the dress that she wore when Sabrina was performing with her?
Like,
Her opening act.
oh, probably.
Because that would make sense to then bring
Yeah,
that
probably.
yeah.
So Taylor comes out, and all of a sudden, she starts singing Espresso. Like, she's singing 2 lines from Espresso, and the whole audience is, like, singing along. So then Taylor picks her phone up, and she goes, hold on, guys, hold on. Hey, you're on speaker. And then she starts talking to Sabrina Carpenter, and she goes, I just wanted to tell you that I sang your song, a little bit of your song, and the whole crowd knew all the words. And Sabrina's like, oh, that's cool. And so she's like, yeah, I'm in a room where like people are loud. And so how long would you just like to come hang with me? Like, how long will that actually take you though? And she was like, like 5 seconds. And then here comes that little Polly Pocket out of the stage.
That's cute.
And they do Espresso. And Please, 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 mashed up with Is It Over Now? And I'm like, Sabrina Carpenter had one night off.
And she took it.
And she
Listen,
had one night off, and this bitch used it to go to the Eras tour and perform.
One thing I've noticed about Sabrina Carpenter is that she learned a lot from the Eras tour, like mentor-wise.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was like, oh, this is how you build your career, and this is how you do things, and this is how I want them to function. Because there's so many... they're so different, but there's so many base level.
Yeah, because she changes her outfits now.
Yeah,
like,
there's a new position that
There's a
everyone
new-
gets excited. She changes her outfits.
Yep.
She does a mystery song, surprise
Yeah.
songs. I mean, her outfit, her fucking sweater's $80. Her t-shirts are $50.
her stuff's more expensive than
tickets-
Taylor's. Her
tickets are $500.
Yeah, well,
It's okay,
Taylor's
we love
starting
her.
price tickets were not $500. They were $43.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually know what Sabrina's starting price was. I just know that's how much they are
Yeah,
now.
so
maybe I'll be
that
fair
was
enough to her,
that was
but-
a little bit crazy. And then night 3, her surprise songs. It was the 10-year anniversary of 1989, which was the 10-year anniversary of me falling in love with Taylor Swift.
That's wild. I can't believe it's been 10 years.
I
was like,
know,
ew.
dude. It's been 10 years since, because that album was when I was dating,
Yeah.
you know who, like so it's been 10 years, Callie.
I know.
And so like that album got me through that crazy. And so it was just kind of surreal. And then she sang the songs she sang on guitar were Afterglow, which is about overthinking, like overthinkers,
okay,
right?
yeah.
And so she did Afterglow from Lover and Dress from Reputation. And she like changed the words, and like the way she mashed it up at the end, she said, only bought this dress so you could take it off and meet me in the afterglow. And I was like, oh my God. And then she gets on the piano, and this crazy bitch sang Clean and How You Get the Girl, and then changed the lyrics. And
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know either of those songs.
it was
so-
like,
oh, that sounds impressive.
Well,
Okay.
Clean was cool because it's like Clean. I think it's the whole song is like, I think I'm finally clean. It's like, I'm moving on. I think I'm over it. It's done.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm finally clean.
Yeah.
Like, she wrote it while she was like in London, because she wrote that, like that was like the Harry Styles album,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So she was like in London where, and going to all these places that she's used to going to London with Harry with, right? And she didn't think of him at all. And like, that's when she realized like, oh, I'm finally clean.
That's funny.
And that's how she wrote that song.
I gotcha.
And How You Get the Girl, like she always talks about how it's about, she like writes songs based on how training guys to like the way that she wants them to apologize to her for like cheating or whatnot, or however much or whatever.
And then they don't.
And then so she like How You Get the Girl, but she kind of changed it to like, that's how you got the girl kind of
nice.
thing. And it was like about like Travis and so she's like, I'm clean, I've moved on, I have
I know, I have
Travis.
this. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And so that was really that was just beautiful. But I was like, oh my God, I was a mess like watching that go down.
That's funny.
And then her stage Roomba, we call it her Roomba, for when she's doing the Tortured Poets. When she sings Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, because she's like, I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street.
Yeah.
So she's on this thing and it's like mirrored, so it literally looks like she's levitating.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So she was like coming down the stage and it stopped. and the dancers had to. So
Push
she
her
was like,
down?
they literally had to push it down the stage, and she just like gave up, and then she just like stayed in character and just ran down the stage.
That's fun.
And it was so funny because I was talking to Crystal and like texting her back and forth, and I was like, all right, you know what? Surprise song. Okay, that's it. Like I'll only watch for surprise songs, and that's fine. And then I missed all of that, and I was like, damn it. I missed the Arrows tour.
I'm sure. Well, anything to promote this week?
Do I have anything to promote this week?
I don't think so. Just our TikTok live,
Just
which
TikTok
I don't
lives.
even think mine's going to be there. Jessica's on Tuesday. Check them out every Tuesday because there's going to be a break. But
All right. Okay.
you know, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you, Composer's Room. Thank you so much. Thank you, Phil. Incredible person, incredible bartender. Come and say hi to him.
Thank you, Kelly Vohnn.
Thank you, Kelly Vohnn. Thank you, Nicholas, for coming. And we will see you on the strip.
All right.
Bye.